we did this when we combined the logit and the probe, when we merged the logit and probe. They had the same price, so we merged them here. What we're doing now is we have a set of variables that are for the, this is different. We have a data set that has a set of variables for the Hunts promotions. We have another data set that has a set of variables for the Heinz promotions. We know that each one contains 101 observations. What we're going to do is not merge, we're going to append, and append as this. It makes the data set longer. Because we've got the predictions for the Heinz promotions, and now we got the predictions for the Hunts promotions. So we're going to make the data set actually longer. So when we merged them, it was the same number of observations, but more variables. When we append them, the data set's going to get longer. So instead of 101, there should be 202. I was doing the math in my head. Without this data, it takes me a while. So there should be 202. And that's the difference. So in the merge, you had to tell it to merge one by one, and we use that price. For append, it's going to find any variables that are the same, it's going to just slap them on top of each other. So that's what we're going to do here. Append using marg.1 because I have marg.2 open. Okay. Let's see, label term already. Oh, yeah. So there's going to be a bunch of variables with the same name, and that's fine because we're not going to use most of them anyways. Let's see. I'm going to tab those two promotional variables that we created. And notice that there's a missing category here. And when I tab the Heinz promotion, the 404 missing categories are going to be the Hunts promotions. And when I tab the Hunts promotions, the 404 missing categories are going to be the Heinz promotions. Because remember, we've got 101 for each of our 101 price intervals for each of our promotional activities. These missing observations represent the promotion by the other one. Tableau doesn't like missing observations. It's going to put in null values in there and it's going to make everything look ugly. So basically what we want to do is fill in for those missing observations. And that's pretty easy. And again, you could not do it just to see what it looks like, as if you have plenty of time. So what we're going to do this. We're going to replace, this is a pretty cool command. We're going to replace Heinz promotion with none if there are missing Heinz promotions. So that's the command. So Stato actually has these missing command. We're going to replace the missing Hunts promotions with none, meaning no promotion, if the Hunts promotion values are missing. Now we can re-tab these. And again, now these used to be 101, but we added the 404, so 404 plus 101 gives us the 505. So those will indicate no Hunts promotion as well as no Heinz promotion, and those nuns, the top nuns, will indicate no Heinz promotion as well as no Hunts promotion. Okay, so we combined our data set. We're going to save it as one data set. So export to Excel, we're going to call it append test, I guess. It's an E. All right, it worked. So this was really the Tableau, our first experimental Tableau. We're going to close it. And we're going to open, what do I call it? Oops, append margins are the predictions, at ones are the prices, and we've got a variable for Hunt's promotion, a variable for Heinz promotion. So, what do? We go back and construct our dashboard. Boom, we know at one is our price. And again, by the way, we can change these here. No, these are margins, so this is probability of choosing Heinz. I got too many. This is, oops, let's see, price of Heinz minus price of Hunt's. Now everything should be there. All right, so let's throw our price variable. There. Let's throw our probability. Does it have 3 of those in it? No, it's only got 2 of those. Change this to dimensions. We got a nice S-shaped curve. So this is our basic, our base category. And now we've got 2 categoricals that we're going to use to construct our buttons. Selection buttons, or filters. So let's see. This is sometimes, oops, not sure what I did. Let's try that. Wow, what was that? What did I just do? Okay, so let's try that one.
Adding 2 now.
Yeah, it's adding, oh, some. Heinz promotion. Heinz promotion. Again, personal preference. I don't like it all. That's entirely up to you. You can put it in there. You don't mind funky thoughts. And we can start with our base guys. So there's our base, no promotion. This is nice because it tells us it's Heinz and Hunt's, so there's none on either side. We can, again, play with this stuff. Again, think about all the information that has gone in here. We've got multinomial probits, we've got promotions by both, we've got dummies, we've got interactions, what happens when Hunt's promotes, it takes away some of the demand. What happens when Heinz promotes, it increases the probability of purchase, and so on and so on. Questions? There's some seems fired up his eye. excitable as I am. This is really cool. I'm telling you that there are people that just, building dashboards is what is a big money job now. It's just, one of my students now is the Tableau guru at Facebook. He's my research assistant. He probably graded your guys' papers in 580. I know he's been there a little bit longer than that, but he was my research assistant. You know, he's killing it right now. Making probably, well, not probably, I know how much he makes. Close to 200 grand as the Tableau guru at Facebook with an undergraduate degree. He shares a desk with a guy with a PhD in math. And again, he's 10 times better at this than I am. He does this for a living every day. I literally get jobs across my desk all the time, or emails that say, hey, if you know anyone that's a Tableau guru, send them my way. They're literally making like $100 an hour. It's just insane. $100 an hour is 200 grand. That's pretty good. But Tableau is definitely the way to go. Any questions?
Not right now.
Yeah, so we didn't do much from last week we didn't do much. We added promotional, so those are shifters. We know how to do that stuff. We added some interactions, some slope changes. Essentially what we did was we kind of used margin some more. We learned append, which we're not going to use in this problem set. No, we learned merge, which we're not going to use in this problem set, but we are going to use append. So, yeah. No questions? I'm going to have you literally reproduce this. Oh! And something new. Hopefully we have time for this. Instead of sending me this, I'm going to have you publish this on the web. That's cool. So there's something called Tableau Public. And it's free. And you could take this and publish this to Tableau Public. So if you, damn it, I don't know how much time we got. Let me see. We got 25 minutes. I'll talk fast. By the way, whoever invented the laptop clock is full of. 25 minutes means we got about 13 seconds. I always say it must have been a man, because only a man can think of 13 seconds as 2 hours. You'll figure that out. So what you do is you just sign up for it. So it's free. This is Tableau Public. There's Tableau Public. There's a Tableau version. There's a version of Tableau called Tableau Public. What you want is a Tableau Public account. So you don't want Tableau Public the app. So you don't need to download this. You just want Tableau Public. A Tableau Public account. Public account. Not an account, but an account. Create one now for free. Boom. There you go. And again, you get lots of. So do this. You create it, and then when you're done from Tableau, again, it's free. It's basically based on a website. You set up we can publish this to the web. So I can go server, and the one thing you have to do is save this as a. You have to make sure that the data set is contained in the Tableau file. So you want to save it as a. This is Tableau workbook. When it's got the X on it, it saves the data in the worksheet, so that it's, because you can have like live Tableau spreadsheet, live Tableau dashboards that will update themselves with data sets. So save it as a TWBX. You have to give it a name or something. And then basically publish this. Publish to Tableau Public. Sign in. Password. You give it a title. Oh my God, brain effects. No, I'm doing this one. Is this called Pro? Not sure what this is. Open workbook. No, I don't want to open a workbook. No, let's just open it. Publish server, Tableau Public. Oh, save to Tableau Public. I think I clicked open. Let's see that. Do this first. Data. Make sure you extract all the data. Yeah, you have to save it as an extract because it won't publish something that doesn't have the data in it. So data extract required, sheet 1 append test. Okay, so let's see. This is right. Extract. All right, so there it is. Save. Extract. Still lasting. Oh. Then you should be able to go to this server, save this to Tableau Public. Let's call it Business 582. Here's the cool thing. This is going to be saved on the web. So this is like saving a, what do you do it for, like for artists and photographers, what do you call it, a portfolio. So now you have, you can put this on your resume. Now you've got an example of you creating a dashboard that you can put a link to this. You can share this. You can actually either put this, if you do this, it'll give you a link that you can put on your resume or on your Facebook page or not Facebook, LinkedIn, or you can actually embed this into a web page if you have a blog. I'm sure you all have blogs. You can embed this into your blog. But basically what I want is this. You're going to email me this. So that's going to be, for that, you can just email me that. I'll be able to go onto your website and check it out. Call it whatever you want. Very cool Tableau Public stuff. Like I said, it's free and Tableau publishes directly to it. So, and it's actually got pretty good volume on there. You can publish a lot of stuff in here. So, any questions? We got a second or two.
You're emailing us the Tableau link?
I'm going to email you the Tableau link. It's good for the duration of the semester. So it's usually the duration of the semester. I've tried it before, just like if you still want to use it. I know a lot of people that are still using it for work. And they just email me every semester for a new this is $2,000 a year, so it's not cheap. So yeah, by all means, if you use it at work next semester, the semester after that, keep emailing me. Lastly, I think all I'm going to have you do is these two group 1 and group 2 graphs. So in problem set, I have you do kind of those counter graphs, what happens when they do this and you do that, and blah, blah, blah. But for the just to minimize the work, I know we haven't used Tableau much, we used it a little bit in 580 once. Yeah, we used it once in 580. This is, to me, this is really cool. But just to get us used to using Tableau, I'm just gonna have you do these group 1 and group 2 group 1 and group 2 graphs to construct a Tableau dashboard. Yeah, we lasted. We're good.
Always good. I like it.
Panthers win.
Somebody knows.
Somebody, they did.
Yeah.